Hello and welcome to Horizons episode 39 review, and wow, this is a banger episode, which I mean, it's dot focused, you know it's going to be good from that alone. I think the only hurdle it actually had to overcome for me is I don't really like the Tinkerton line that much, so having a Tinkertink ain't really doing it much favours, but this episode really is great. So Dot's trying to stream but it's having trouble as her setup's getting all busted and stuff. Rising Voltax are landing in the town for supplies anyway, so Dot asked Liko to get a new mic, but Liko and Roy don't know about all of that, so you know, they asked Dot to head out with them. Kind of to Murdoch's protest, as you can tell that she's uncomfortable with going out. As they land, she decides to go too. I just think it's pretty funny how they treat something like that as a big moment, but I'm a big introvert, so I do actually get it. I really do enjoy seeing her out with them though. Like, she gets her mic and takes the other two off to a specialty shopping district, and she says she's buying a new prop that will become important. I guess the other two got distracted and ran off, and her sense of pride as she says she won't call them as they think she got lost is hilarious. Off in the distance, a man is setting off a Tinkertink for trying to steal their iron. He gets upset and drops his hammer, which Dot approaches and returns to her, making sure Tinkertink is alright as well. Then wants her prop too, which she's not too happy about, but after seeing the Dex entry, she leaves it be. Now if you like the ugly gremlin vibe from the Tinkerton line, this episode nails it. They have a lot of fun with his expression and personality, but you can tell why later on in the episode people might think Tinkertink is causing some trouble. Something stirs under the ship as the kids return and destroys Orla's new set of iron. Dot thinks about being Tinkertink, but then we see it climb onto the ship where it encounters some Pokemon of the ship. But kind of realises that the damage done to the ship isn't really what Tinkertink would do. Dot encounters Tinkertink and shows her the new hammer. That confirms to her Tinkertink didn't take it. But telling Roy and Liko that Tinkertink loves iron sets everyone against Tinkertink, as they think that's what destroyed the iron. As he gets cornered, Dot stands up for it. You know, it had to come and see Dot to show her the hammer. There's a big hole in the ship that was more than likely not Tinkertink. As Dot's explaining this, Freed had come to the same conclusion that Tinkertink was innocent, as the iron had been eaten, which is not what Tinkertinks do, and an Orthworm gets trapped in the cables. Set as a trap by Freed, as it leaps at Tinkertink, it drops a hammer and Orthworm eats it. There's a great little set piece here as Earthworm meets the anchor, so you know the Brave Asagi starts to float off as Dot had already gotten off the ship, which leaves her alone. Which is kind of interesting to do as she likes hanging out by herself, but she doesn't like heading out, and she's got no choice but to be stuck outside for the sake of a new friend, and Free just can't fly down as Charizard as he's got to hold the ship in place. Dot turns on her mental switch and pulls her hair back, gets ready to fight using the strategy of blocking Earthworm's escape path with a water gun, limiting its mobility as it doesn't get rusted from getting hit by water, but lures Earthworm back to her, which gets Waxy to knock it down, and Tinkertink can follow up with a hit to knock out Earthworm and gets hammer back. Tinkertink gets its apologies and Dot's ready to head back onto the ship, and Tinkertink seems sad. Dot doesn't really know what to say and Quaxly somehow got a Pokeball to give her, and she catches Tinkertink. An element I really like here is the adults' reactions. Murdoch kind of just silently watching two walks away, tearing up, lamenting how fast kids grow up. I just appreciate how generally, proud the crew feels of Dot, which I'm all for too, as she's really been impressive the whole episode. We come full circle as Dot stream again, introducing her Tinkertink to the world, but goes for a zipper which would reveal Dot's identity, so the stream cuts out. So this is great. When you make me root for a capture of Pokemon I don't pursue, you know you've done something right, and here I was eagerly waiting to see Dot make a capture here. She had a fantastic connection to this Pokemon and managed to have a really natural, connection, and, you know, it was a really worthwhile get. Teaming up with Tinkertink at the end to take down Earthworm by herself was something that so naturally worked with her talent and helped bring the two together. I'm always down for more Dot focus, and we really got this here in the best way possible.